Hello! Welcome back. Let me make sure I am not muted. Not. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. We are back for a out of normal sequence stream with History Abhors a Paradox. We came so close to the finale of Legacy of Kain Defiance, but it would have taken us quite a bit long, and I had some things I had to do. So, we are back. We are going to finish this story. Where did we leave off? Raziel found his final vampire brother, Terrell, who turned out to be the being that was being worshipped as Hashakik, who we have not heard about since Blood Omen 1? So it turns out that Terrell was actually somehow summoned through time and was being used as a host for the Hilden. We took him out. We also had obtained the Earth Reaver beforehand. A bunch of alsos. We then met Mortanius and realized that while, yes, he was being pulled around by the Hilden as a host, he was doing everything in his power to stop their resurrection rather than defeat the vampires like Mobius had been. So, as within the original Blood Omen, for the most part, Mortanius is probably the only altruistic member of the human circle beyond Ariel. Outside of that, Raziel absorbed Pharrell's soul, gained a more powerful telekinesis, but also seemed to be getting angrier and angrier about the situation. We found out that the Heart of Darkness was not just used to resurrect Kain as a vampire. It was quite literally inside of Kain. Kain met up with Raziel just a bit too late after he'd absorbed Terrell's soul. Raziel was, as we saw, continued to be absorbed with more and more rage, and interestingly, had a green glow to his eyes. This makes me think, there's never confirmed, but he was either influenced by Avernus Cathedral or from absorbing Terrell's soul while he was possessed by the Hilden, was kind of driven to anger. And so he fought Kain and won. Right before he was being drained into the Reaver, not from Kain's volition, but through automatic behavior. He plunged his hand into Kain's chest and tore out the Heart of Darkness. Thinking that it killed Kain, he then threw him into a vortex. We don't know where the vortex came from or where he was, but that is where we left off. So, let me hook up my controller here. We will start up the game. We are going to play until we finish Legacy of Kain Defiance. Alright. Hope you all have had a great week. Why are you muted? This is going to crash. The desktop audio is muted. Yep, it crashed. I need to figure out what's doing that. Darkstar Mike, hello. Uh-oh. Now my controls aren't right. What's going on here? Game, what do you do? Hold on. Game, I will play this with keyboard and mouse. You will not stop me from defeating this. Oh, I know what it is. I still have my other controller hooked in and it's connecting. Problem solved. Sure this shows up. Yep. Sure does. Okay, we got everything. But where are we going? Are we just leaving? We could just be leaving. We are going to try and go resurrect the Piano Soldier, so... Okay.
In my absence, the estate had been overrun by Mobius's soldiers. I hoped that they had not yet found the entrance to the crypt or discovered the body of Janos. Of Vorador, there was no sign.
Raziel, the conquering hero. I understand we ought to offer congratulations. Kain, at last, is dead.
I suppose you expect similar congratulations on the death of Vorador. Or has he eluded you?
We have him, but not without a considerable price in blood.
That will have pleased him.
Let it sustain him until his head is off, and every vampire in Nosgoth at last is dead.
And will that knowledge sustain you? You too are going to your death.
For a true servant of the one God, death is never bitter. I will go, again at peace with the knowledge that I have played my small part in our master's plans. Kain is at last destroyed, and you have carried out the deed.
Hello, Oceanside.
Which hero do you think you are now? The vampire savior, or the other one? Have you realized yet that it didn't matter to us which one either of you thought you were, so long as the result was the same in the end? And now, Kain is dead. Really, I cannot thank you enough.
So, this has all been arranged every step of the way. And Kain thought I truly had free will.
Oh, but you do. And there's the greatest triumph of all. To have compelled the one player who could choose into doing exactly what we required. Well done, faithful servant. And now, I have an execution to see to.
Guys, do you really think you're gonna... Alright, fine. Let's do this. So, Oceansized in chat asking, but there's another Kain running around out there. Yes, but Mobius, he works based off of kind of where the finality of the timeline is, rather than what is happening in the timeline where he is at right now. Give me that. Unstable Deuce saying, I choose to believe Kain's just been returned to his true form somewhere, that of being Heartland. Well, I mean, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Where am I going? I can't go up there. Where am I going? There we go. Why doesn't Kain have his own set of scales? I don't understand the question. Wait, you know what? I don't need to fight you. I have no reason to fight you. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me deal with this fool and I will answer your question. At least my thought. No definitive answer, right? Okay. Oceanside asked, why doesn't Kain have his own set of scales? Ariel had a set of weighing scales. She was the balance guardian. Each member had an object. What is Kain? So keep in mind that the objects you bring back to the pillars are just symbols that you defeated those guardians. They're not necessarily truly linked to them in any way or anything like that. But even if you want to believe that they were truly linked to them in that way, that was only the human guardian. Technically, with what we know now, while Kain was human at the time, his spirit was not actually of a human guardian. So the rules aren't necessarily one-to-one. That makes sense? Again, that's just my theory. But then we continue on. Oh, it's off. I don't need to go out the front. Peek. Take this exit. A red door. Huh. Demons? Oop. Hello. I see you. That is a new demon. Is that like a different physical manifestation of a Hilden? Oh, we do need to kill them. Okay. Problem solved. And poor Rosie. Literally just wanted to be left alone after, I mean, well, originally wanted a bunch of vengeance, but... What are you looking at, Rosale? Something that's not there. But just getting screwed over and manipulated at every turn. At this point, literally just trying to prevent being stuck forever in endless torment, going mad. Problem solved. We don't want to be here, though. We want to be... Right? We don't like going the right... Well, I mean, I guess it's the only way I could go. Was there... Hold on, let's go back. Was there another way out? Oceanside asks if I played through the rest of the series up to this point. Yes, we have played every Legacy of Kain game except for Blood Omen 2, because the PC version will not run. But you can see everything starting from Blood Omen 1 to Soul Reaver 2, and now Defiance. The archives are up on my YouTube channel, which is linked in my About Me. Alright. I guess we're going that way. Only way out of it, right? Sure enough. Okay. Guess we're going this way. Oh, front door's open. All right. Just checking. Besides saying Soul Reaver 1 is their favorite, I love Soul Reaver 1. It is one of my favorite alternate takes on Ocarina of Time. I think Soul Reaver 2 might be my favorite. I think. Soul Reaver, it's hard to guesstimate. Both of them are really phenomenal, and even Defiance is phenomenal. But it does have a lot of content reading. What? I need to shift. Trying to get back up here. Where are we trying to go? Oh, hello. You're new. Hey, Retro! Ooh, hold on. I need to... Where's my phone? Give Retro a shout out. I can't Alt-Tab because it will crash. No, this gotta be... Where are we going? This can't be the right way. Right? Where are we going? Does that go up higher? Oh. Guess I could leave? I don't think I should have to leave. If you guys really want to do this, we can do this. Excuse me, I'll take your soul, sir. that was... I believe that was in his Bojangles. Chat, if you know where I should be going, I will take guidance. Because... it can't be the front door. I mean, let's check the front door first. Never mind. Figured it out. Oh, wait, doesn't that just lead me back to the where I was? No. Okay. We... Oh yeah, Retro, since you were last here, Raziel got stronger in the Force by killing one of his brothers and consuming his soul. It happened. Look, it's a long story. Vampire Force powers work differently. Although I guess, you know what? Technically speaking, Raziel is probably the only unique being in this whole game, because he is not a vampire. He's not even an ancient vampire. He's not a wraith. He's just something different. Didn't need a close-up crab, dude. But we got one. Whoa! Don't like that. It bent. He's my favorite missing jaw dude too, as well, Retro. Shit. Biggest enemy. Doors. You think with all the powers he has by now, he could manipulate the physical... I see you. Hiding from me. Although we never did actually get shift anywhere, did we? That sucks. That was something they actually even planned for the first Soul Reaver. Mr. Popinski, how deep in the game do I think I am? We are in the final stretch. This is the first half of the last chapter of the game. We will be finishing tonight. Wait, where's the, where we came in? That's there. Isn't there a door? We can go through the water. But oh, it's closed out. Okay, we gotta go through the water. Okay. That's also closed out. Should go get that. Oop, hold on, let me just, I'm gonna go over here and get out of this situation real quick. Where is a... I can do this. Ooh, control. Mr. Finsky, is this your first time going through Earth Reaver to be heavy underwater? Oh. Oh. We got iron boots. Now this area finally makes sense. Oceanside Saint Control is a brilliant game. Yeah, it's tied as one of my favorite games of that year. Tied with Outer Wilds. You're going to give me this health up emblem, but I'm missing like 5 of them. Oh, it's not. All right. Maybe this is just Raziel's max health. Maybe he only gets up to 2. So should just take this off, shouldn't I? We should be very, very happy that in this variation, this timeline of Nosgoth, there's not really centralized plumbing. It's just rain drainage. So he's not necessarily going through sewage, just stagnant rainwater. Because his entire insides are exposed. And I would hate for poor Raziel to be, you know, exposing his entire sinew and muscle to poop. Yeah. Get bent. I have no time for you. I don't remember how to open this. All right, time for mistakes to be made.
This relic had come at so high a cost. My blood offering for the answers I sought from this enigmatic corpse. It was the price of my freedom, for which Kain had paid with his life. Had I journeyed so far and forsaken so much, only to have it end like this?
I remember. Raziel, the heir of prophecy. You came for the Reaver just before the Seraphim found me.
You've been entombed here for 5 centuries. Your murderers are long dead.
4 decisions were made.
500 years. And Vorador?
Also dead. Your bloodline is erased. The age of the vampires is coming to an end.
Then we must waste no time.
I'm not who you think I am, nor is this a benevolent act. I have questions that apparently you alone can answer.
Raziel, there are forces in this world that will strive to deceive you and pervert your destiny. But you must believe your arrival foretells the salvation of the vampire race.
Why then would the vampires devise a weapon to consume and imprison their savior?
No, that cannot be.
While the blade yet exists, I am drawn inexorably toward my doom. It was you who bound me to this fate. Only you can release me.
Raziel, you have been misled. You are ordained by prophecy to wield the Reaver.
And so I do, though not quite as you'd envisioned.
Redeemer and Destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible? Did I misread all the signs? It seems your destiny is more labyrinthian than I had imagined. You must trust me, Raziel. We may have very little time. I will convey you to the place where your answers lie.
I always thought during that scene he was just going to literally like lift up and fly Raziel there.
Where have you brought me?
We are within the ancient citadel of the vampire race, long ago defiled and abandoned. This fortress endured through centuries of war against our great enemy.
The Hilden.
Yes. From this chamber, we witnessed the summoning of the Pillars and the banishment of our adversaries from the land. This is a dire omen. The binding is in peril. The hour of prophecy is at hand.
It's too late. The Pillars are already damned.
As long as a single one of us stands, there is still hope. The Pillars must not remain under human guardianship. They are not competent to serve.
Why then did you allow the Pillars to fall into human hands?
Raziel, there is no time.
I want answers. The world can end this instant for all I care.
Very well. The Hilden cursed us as they fell, afflicting our race with a predatory bloodthirst. But with this transformation came our enemy's true revenge. Immortality.
They liberated you from the Wheel of Fate.
They imprisoned our souls in this flesh, expelling us from the purifying cycle of death and rebirth.
And yet you pass the curse on.
It was a necessary evil. Our immortality banished us from God's grace.
Your God
He
is
turned
not
his
so great.
sight from us and fell silent. Many took their own lives, unable to bear the separation from our God.
Not you, though.
Curse or blessing, it is the price we pay to keep the Hilden banished from the land. To sustain the binding, we had to preserve our bloodline, and so we passed the dark gift to the human successors of our fallen guardians. They rebelled, inevitably, refusing the curse and seizing the Pillars as their own. And so we come to our present dilemma. While mankind governs the Pillars, the binding decays. The Hilden strain against the barriers of their prison, scratching to gain a foothold back into this world.
And what does all this mean to me?
We stand at the threshold of a new eon, Raziel, and you are the fulcrum upon which our destiny turns. Beneath this room lies our innermost sanctum. The outer chamber has been opened. It appears events are already in motion. This token is the key to the mysteries you seek. I cannot accompany you. You must face this trial alone. If you prevail, you will have your answers.
And if I fail the test?
Then you will not return.
Golden Ouroboros. So, herein lies the problem with everything that we just heard, chat. In all of time, Raziel is the only one who knows what the Elder God is. Quite literally. The vampires worship him as a god. They worship the Wheel of Fate. Mobius worships him as a god and the Wheel of Fate. But we know that the vampires only heard of him through the Oracle Chamber. And Mobius has only heard of him through other methods. So this is an issue of no good sides. You have the Hilden, who quite literally just kind of want the destruction of everything. You have the vampires, who want to subjugate everybody to the Wheel of Fate, to predestination. And you have the humans, who are kind of being led astray almost by everyone. I guess Mortanius kind of had the right idea of shit was fucked. And then you have Kain, who is trying to break the cycle but is oblivious. And you have poor Raziel, who has the knowledge but is being led astray all the time. This is the legacy of Kain. This is what this has been driving towards. This is probably not what it was originally intended to be. The first game was a very different game before they cut a bunch of content. But this is the story as it exists today. The true villain is a combination of the Elder God himself and the now ravenous and mad Hilden. Fuck. Ooh, hi. Hello. Good day, sir. Ah. Oceanside saying that they believe that Amy Hennig could have written a clever way to wrap it all up. Yeah, I mean, there's a very obvious and easy way that this gets solved. This story gets resolution, and we'll talk about it after those that have not seen the ending see the ending. I was never here. We're not going to talk about the demon clipping through the ceiling. You think spectral realm, chat? You know what? Let's just be safe. Yeah, okay, not spectral realm. Oh yeah, Oceansides. We'll talk about that. This is going to be a moderately shorter stream, so we'll talk about that after we finish.
Known I'd find you here.
Here and everywhere, now and always. I am the wheel and its turning. I am the circle of life and
You're a
death.
big fat squid.
And I am beginning to think the vampires committed suicide only to escape your voice.
Do not forego my favor with your impertinence, Raziel. You have finally fulfilled your purpose. I am pleased.
What are you trying to obliterate here, then? What is it about me that has you so afraid?
Your fate is trivial, Raziel. It was Kain's destiny that mattered all along.
I don't remember what deal is here. There's something we have to fill in.
My master seemed keen to extinguish the purifying fire of the Spirit Forge. Perhaps the Reaver would loosen his grip.
Aha. Pain from the Elder God. Darkstar Mike mentioning its Spirit Forges have been in the series since the beginning, but have changed significantly with every game. And that is accurate. But the only one that we ever saw in the first game was the Fire Forge. And since it was made optional, we had to do it again. Stable Deuce saying it's odd to see the Elder God in the physical realm, which, yeah, there's reasons for that too. Which we will not discuss until we get to the end of the game. Nope, nope. Thank you. Get bent, Toby J! Excuse me, Tony J. Hello, Ariel.
It is accomplished. The Forge summons the spirit of every Balance Guardian to itself for this final purpose.
Ariel, you.
Yes, Raziel. Yet I am much more than I was. The veil is lifted from my sight. My spirit, united with the souls of my predecessors, is drawn here.
You got them
now
crazy
for the
eyes.
baptism of the blade. To restore balance, the sword must be rendered pure by spirit. Release me, Raziel. The Soul Reaver has the power. Release us all. For this we were called.
This is the most tender moment Raziel has ever done in the entire series.
You have done well, Raziel. But there is one more trial for you to bear. You must unite what has been set asunder. Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true endeavor. Only then.
The Reaver now blazed with purifying flame. But far from being enlightened, I found myself entangled in an even greater web of mysteries. What had Janos expected me to learn? And what of Ariel's cryptic message? If the sword was endowed for the Scion of Balance, for Kain, and he was now dead, what hope remained? I needed to find Janos, and soon. I dreaded to think what these ominous rumblings might portend.
So yeah, about that. Poor Ariel. She also got the short end of the stick in this story. Raziel and Ariel kind of got the shaft from everybody this entire storyline. Check out that new logo. Does anyone remember, does getting the Spirit/Balance Reaver change its properties in that mode? Is it like super powerful? Is this a plasma cannon Metroid moment? I can't remember. We'll find out. Although I don't actually think there's any combat for me. Should one-shot everything? Okay. Unstable Deuce. Who doesn't get the short end of the stick in this series? Kain. Nope, nope, that way. Is there something in here? No. Okay. Raziel, get out of the water. No, it doesn't one-shot them. But it is substantially stronger. Let's see what its power is. Its power is apparently telling things to get fucked. Which way? This way? Why are there demons and Hild in here? I don't know. I mean, I think the demons in general are just agents of chaos. Ah, fuck. Nope. Camera not helping. Okay. Don't you dare. So yeah.
Janos, what is this?
The binding is failing. All is lost.
We had arrived at that cataclysmic moment when a younger Kain faced his fateful dilemma as Balance Guardian. Choosing self-preservation over sacrifice, he doomed the pillars to eternal ruin.
Raziel, there may yet be hope. There is one who will be called. You must seek the Scion of Balance. Dear God!
Yeah, so this is a change in the timeline.
Raziel, we meet again. You have played your part flawlessly. It is gratifying to attain both freedom and vengeance in a single stroke.
No! You cannot!
This one is strong. Good. My next move requires a more durable host. Mortals are such fragile vessels. Willing or not, you have provided the instrument of our victory.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet.
You pathetic creature. You haven't got a clue. The seduction of the Circle and possession of Mortanius, Ariel's murder, the corruption and collapse of the Pillars, all orchestrated as a prelude to this moment. We sought an incorruptible vessel, and you provided one. We required the blood of our ancient enemy, and you delivered Janos Audron, having first been lured to the heart of darkness. Best of all, you murdered the Scion of Balance to get it.
Yeah, about that.
We've already won.
Raziel, you must not allow them to carry out their plan. Kill me, and you end it now.
Suicidal like the rest of them. Know your place, Raziel. The true hero plays his role and then steps aside. You deluded ghoul. Do you so wish to die a martyr for the vampire's lost cause?
You're not leaving this chamber. I will destroy Janos if I have to.
Very well, then.
Yes, this fight sucks, so here we go. I actually don't think that you can win this. It's been forever. Is it Earth? If anyone remembers the actual strategy for this, let me know. I will take backseating in the chat. Is it, like, it was something that you weren't expecting, and I don't remember what. Thank you. Good. Never mind. I'm doing okay on this. I vaguely remembered kind of the pattern here.
Raziel, finish it before he returns.
You should have listened to me.
Unlimited power!
Now it is finished, and thus a new epic has its beginning.
Or Raziel. So the interesting thing, chat.
Do you see?
Here we go.
However far you stray, you will always return to me. Surrender, Raziel.
Never!
Your efforts are wasted, Raziel. That weapon you bear, however endowed, remains only a wraith blade. It cannot touch me.
I will not be your prisoner.
You have no choice. Your task is fulfilled. Kain has been cleared from the board, and this chamber made ready for my more malleable servants. There is nothing more for you to do.
I refuse to bend my will.
It has always been my will you satisfy, never your own.
You parasitic fraud. You are forced to imprison me because I possess free will.
You possess nothing. As you are undying, your soul cannot be returned to the wheel. But it may console you to abide here in eternity with me. Mobius, my good servant, I call you to the place of our first meeting. Return to me here.
Do you remember about Kain being dead?
I awoke to find myself in a shadowy realm. A disquieting stillness lay where my heart had been, the heart that had belonged to Janus Ordren all along. How was it possible that I still lived?
You are still very forth, vampire. That will go first. This realm will render you hideous. You will go mad, and will not know it.
What is this place?
Do you not think of this place every day, vampire? Or are we truly forgotten? This is the exile into which we were driven. But soon now, soon we will be free. We will be free.
Yes, fight amongst yourselves, please. Actually, wait. Do I need to fight these dudes? I don't remember. We will. Ow. So yeah, the interesting thing is, with the Elder God suddenly supposedly being all about the Wheel of Fate, he sure doesn't mind the Hilden being resurrected. But anyway, the other thing that's interesting is, these events are technically happening chronologically in a weird way. So like, yes, Raziel and Kain are at a time, but the first time Kain went through this timeline as young Kain, the Hilden Lord had not been resurrected. The Janos Aldrin had not been brought about because Raziel had not been brought to existence. So we are, in theory, seeing the first loop of the paradox that made it to this point in time. Which is important because the events of this loop of the paradox are what lead to Blood Omen 2 being possible. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
I felt strongly drawn, compelled even, not to linger here, but to go to the vampire citadel at once.
Alright. Working on it, game. Kain is substantially slower at climbing than Raziel. No way that's the last piece of anything, right? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I found all of Kain's upgrades. I sure as shit didn't find all of Raziel's upgrades. That is also true in Stable Deuce. Saying Raziel is substantially more experienced at climbing than Kain. Yep, that's accurate. Make that door open, Kain. fight we do have to have. Ow. Ow. Oh, Oceanside, I didn't notice that, but thank you for the follow. Peace out. Peace. It bent priests, monks, cultists.
I knew what ominous hour this was in Nosgoth's history, for here was the event that had shaped my entire existence. I had cast my fate, refusing the sacrifice, damning the pillars, and founding my doomed empire upon their ruins. I would raise the Salafan priests to be my closest lieutenants, and would one day cast the strongest of them, my servant Raziel, into the abyss, dealing one last hand to play against fate. But in the end, had it made any difference? Had I misread the signs, as Mobius told me? In my arrogance, had I missed my cast at destiny?
Alright, let's see if we can't speed run to the chamber. Kill screen coming up, chat. Awfully silent here. Oh. I was about to ask, how are they going to deal with the water? Because Kain still can't deal with the water. They just drained the water. That's a little bit of an oversight, but whatever. No, I didn't drain it earlier. We still had to go through that water to get back out. Unstable Deuce, yes. Blood Omen 2 takes place with the younger Kain, after the events of Blood Omen 1, but only after the timeline has been altered by Soul Reaver 1 through Defiance. The only way that it's possible, and is how the Hidden Lord comes to be.
The Hilden are merely an inconvenient consequence. They will be dealt with in time. It is a small price to pay for Kain's death.
You're a bit premature.
Kain!
Is there a crack in your omniscience after all, Mobius? First, your omniscience, and now your powers.
The Heart of
You're
Darkness was
slipping
what was affected.
badly.
This is not possible.
The part of me that staff affected is no longer in its place. But you already knew that, didn't you? I always was considered heartless. And now, Mobius, it is time.
To kill me? Again? Your only solution for every problem. Kill.
This is not a debate. You see, this time, you have nothing that I want.
You think this will matter? I serve one who has power over life and death.
Then go to him.
I am his obedient, his devoted servant. Soon, all pain will fade, and my master
I love
will
this
bring
part.
me life once more.
Hello, Mobius.
Master, my apologies. A momentary oversight. Somehow Kain still lives and has unexpectedly dispatched me. Make use of your good servant and
Yeah,
go
double
to your
fucked.
master then. I release you to the wheel. God, do you see it now? The monster that you served. Is this what you imagined when you worshipped it? No! And in that knowledge, go and feed it. I release you.
Your petty actions are irrelevant, Raziel. Mobius was a good servant, but he was of no further use.
Oh, yeah.
His long life had run its course.
Really?
You see, even when you rebel, you are doing my will.
Perhaps. But something has changed, hasn't it? You didn't foresee Kain's return.
You have both traced your paths along the wheel. This is where the journey ends.
You haven't the means to kill either one of us.
Ah, but you can be stopped. And you will come to understand how oblivion can be a mercy. You and Kain will spend eternity buried here together, praying for the merciful release of a death that will never come.
But I was armed with newfound knowledge, and it burned within me.
Redeemer and Destroyer.
Mobius had never seen his master until the Soul Reaver purified his sight.
Here we go.
Even the ancient vampires had no idea what it was they so righteously worshipped.
You must unite what has been set asunder.
All the conflict and strife throughout history, all the fear and hatred, served but one purpose: to keep my master's wheel turning. All souls were prisoners, trapped in the pointless round of existence, leading distracted, blunted lives until death returned them, always in ignorance, to the wheel.
The coin is still turning.
But what hope had there been? One cannot fight the unseen.
Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true endeavor.
Despair, Raziel. There is no escape.
It was then
Hey, Kodoran, we're right at the end.
I alone could end this.
Look away if you don't want to see the ending.
Kain, do you so enjoy death?
Yes.
Raziel.
No! Yes, this is how...
No! Raziel!
The Soul Reaver, pure of all corruption. This is what it is for. This is what I am for. The two become one. Both Soul Reavers together. And the Scion of Balance is healed. And I am not your enemy, not your destroyer. I am, as before, your right hand, your sword.
No, Raziel. This can't be the way.
And now you will see the true enemy.
Raziel. And it was then I saw.
So, I am revealed
Let's
to
fuck
you
up the
at
squid.
last.
What in hell?
I am the origin of life, the devourer of death. I am the hub of the wheel, the purifying cycle to which all souls must be drawn.
Had I condemned Raziel to this nightmare when I cast him into the abyss?
Yes.
You may ponder the futility of your ambitions as you spend a deathless eternity beneath a mountain of rubble. You and your Soul Reaver will go equally mad as the eons pass. The Citadel of the Apostates will become your living tomb.
Your words are heartening. For you would not fear us unless we could truly do you harm.
No! You are nothing!
Get fucked.
False god. This is the end. The final turn of your wheel.
All right.
Pathetic creature.
I think I need to change. I can't. Okay. Let's do this, folks. Fuck them up. The only thing that doesn't care about the Hilden versus the vampires, humans, free will, none of it matters. Just this dude getting fat as fuck on everyone else's toils and pain. You know, capitalism.
Your sacrifice.
LP Megs, hey, how you doing? Yeah, you're coming at the end of Legacy of Kain.
I have endured your game long enough.
I don't know why that got censored, but I'm great. I'm sad that we are seeing the end of the Legacy MK series. I love this series. It is definitely in my top 10 game series of all times. And being able to play through it again reminds me how good of a game series it is. I'm sad to see it end. I really wish that there was a final game. Okay, what am I doing? How am I supposed to dodge this?
This defiance is pointless.
Ow.
Surrender, Kain.
Is it just jumping that makes it a problem? Yeah. Ah, come on. Well, that's alright, LP Megs. The first Soul Reaver is a fantastic game. The controls are a little bit wonky because it was created before there were analog sticks on the PlayStation controller. But it is a good-ass game. It is a very, very cool Ocarina of Time style game, but with vampires.
This is futile.
Oops, I didn't make it. Come on. Come on.
Your sacrifice has been made in vain.
Get wrecked! There we go. Here we go, folks.
You cannot destroy me. I am the engine of life itself. The wheel will turn. The plague of your kind will be purged from this world. And on that inevitable day, your wretched stagnant soul will finally be mine.
In the meantime, you'd best burrow deep. Now at last, the masks
No idea
had
why this is a
fallen
video.
away. The strings of the puppets had become visible, and the hands of the prime mover exposed. Most ironic of all was the last gift that Raziel had given me. More powerful than the sword that now held his soul, more acute even than the vision his sacrifice had accorded me. The first bitter taste of that terrible illusion.
Hope.
Hope.
And that, my friends, is where the story ends. No final game. No conclusion to the story. That, with the actual villain being revealed, and Kain being cured of his corruption that he has had since his birth, is unfortunately as far as we go in this timeline. Much worse, we have Raziel, now again eternally trapped in the Reaver, doomed to eventually go mad from the eons and eons trapped in that soul, or in that sword. It is an amazing story and a fantastic series of games, but the ending is extremely bittersweet. Loved my time with this series. Loved it again now. This is probably, I don't know, 6th, 7th time I've played through the whole set of games. Although normally I do include Blood Omen 2, but it's too much of a pain in the butt to play. So. Oh yeah, with Possessed Diana on the loose, but that's a separate. They deal with that in Blood Omen 2. That's not a very long-lasting thing. What to say? Alright, let's talk about a few things. A, Amy Hennig, while she may not have been the original creator, she took on the reins from Blood Omen and made it something much, much more than it would have been otherwise. Huge kudos to Amy Hennig. God, I hope her next game actually comes to release. She keeps having really bad luck with her games getting canceled. Kudos to the very late Tony J. fantastic voice actor. Oh man, kudos to the late Rene Abhors. Fantastic actor and voice actor. The actor behind Odo on Deep Space Nine, the voice actor on many games. So many people. Michael Bell, voice of Raziel, has retired. He is actually substantially older than Simon Templeman, who is the voice of Kain. Yeah, Ocean's Eyes. The next game she's involved in, Amy Hennig, is Forspoken. I'm very hopeful for that. This game started as what seemed like a simple Link to the Past style Zelda in Blood Omen. Game series, sorry. Started in Blood Omen. And by the end of Blood Omen, had a sudden twist with time shenanigans, or as I usually call it, time fuckery. Just to suddenly do a shift at the end. And then it jumps forward thousands of years later after you make a choice at the end of the game to where you play as Raziel. Originally in a quest for vengeance. No explanations on how he's alive, why he's alive in the form that he is, who the Elder God is. Originally looks like an altruistic character. You go on vengeance to slay your vampire brethren who cast you into the abyss, and to slay Kain. Again, at the end of that game, you have some time shenanigans revealing you multiple timelines that are possible. Look at these people. Look at these people. Let's see if this goes anywhere. I don't think it does. Jump forward. You end up in Mobius's shenanigans and sent forward and backwards in time and... Ooh. Where's the making of video? Michael Bell, Simon Templeman, late Tony J, Richard Doyle, Odo himself, the gun, Paul Lucador, he's also passed. Alistair Duncan, I believe, is still acting. Greg Berger, I believe, is passed. BJ Ward, still around, still being awesome. Bill Proctor, Gordon Hunt. Chris Zimmerman Selter is not the dog. It is the nice lady next to the dog. Also, look at the size of that dog. Oh, let's see. I could have sworn there was a video here. Maybe not. Huh. I did find all the arcane tones though. All right, folks. We're gonna go ahead and finish up here. I'm gonna find someone live. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what else to say. I just love this game so damn much. So damn good. Nope, no, we don't need to see that again. So damn good. I hope you've all enjoyed your time here and during History of Horrors and Paradox. I have. Please stick around if you're watching live. We will go visit someone rad. If you're watching an archive, thank you so much. Next time I will be live will be over on OK Retro Zone's channel. Tomorrow, around 6 p.m. Central Time, we will be continuing with the game Snatcher. Next stream here, I don't know. I might take a break. I might not. We're going to say probably not this Sunday, but maybe next Wednesday, we will start up a new game. I actually need to talk with a few folks first to decide what I'm going to play next. I had an idea, and that idea has become less solid as time has gone on. So, thank you all for watching. Be safe and be kind to one another. And have a good night. Bye-bye!